What up, Raider Nation? It's your boy G underscore Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you with another edition of my take. I don't know, I've been gone for a while. I've been kind of like sitting back, relaxing, watching everything, the news, and how everything is coming out since John Gruden has become our coach, and just kind of sitting back and watching everything go. So this past weekend, or should I say 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we had the draft. So this video is more kind of like my rant of what I've been reading on Twitter, different, sports blogs, pages, and seeing how everybody is so uptight about with the draft. Now, I understand that everybody has their opinion, and I give everybody their opinion because everybody has one, and they're entitled to that. But the part that kind of is getting me right now, kind of like in this little rant mode to do this video, is the Raiders draft. And how everybody is feeling like, the first part of the first 3 rounds of the draft with the tackle, Miller, then the second round, Hall, and then the third round, Parker. I think that's what his name is. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off straight memory right now. How everything came to be. And then everybody is saying how when you look at the video, look at their picks later on, like that's the better part of the draft. The way I look at it is like this. I've been watching the draft. I've been a Raider fan since 1983. So I've been looking at the draft with my stepdad, who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Rest in peace, Dad. And then I've been watching the draft pretty much myself. And the one thing I've always learned, and the one thing I've always seen, is that the draft is a crap shot for everybody. Because I look at the fact that no matter what team you root for, what team you go for, there are 200 and something picks, 270 something, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the whole deal is you're taking a shot on a person for your team. And I understand that each team has their scouting to put out, or should I say to make a judgment for that draft pick if that person fits their team. So what I'm saying to you is, when it comes down to our Oakland Raiders and who they're picking and what John Gruden is doing, what I see in this situation is this. What I see is John Gruden is going back to the whole point of putting competition on this team. This team got lucky to me in 2016 because they had what type of schedule? Third place schedule. When they got a number 1 or number 2 schedule, it came out a little rough the next year. You saw how we had did in 2016 when we lost Derek Carr in that Indianapolis game, and to who? Our left tackle. Okay? He slips, he falls, the guy comes around, tackles Derek by the leg, Derek got twisted underneath, his ankle got twisted underneath, cracked, fibula broke. Okay? Last year, Denver game, when the guy comes in, that was by our guards. Okay? Our guards. Our guard play. So the point that I'm just making to our family, Raider Nation family is what I'm speaking on. The point that I'm making is this. You don't know how this draft is going to turn out. Because I seen the same way people were talking. The only pick everybody liked in the 2014 class, because so far that's the only class that has the longest tenure right now, it's 2014, with Khalil Mack, Derek Carr, Gabe Jackson. That's it right there. That's what you might as well stop right there. Because I can't really recall anybody else other than them 3, because them 3 are the ones that's about to get paid. So that's the reason why I'm stopping right there. So the fact of what I'm saying is, if 3 of these guys who just got drafted here in this 2018 draft pans out and has the same tenure as those 3 guys came out in 2014, to me, this draft isn't a success. Because of the simple fact of it is, all draft picks are a crap shot. And that's just the way I see it. I don't see it no other way. I don't look at it no other way. I'm watching everybody's videos, and to all my brethren out there who do YouTube videos talking about what's this, what's that. You need the guys in the trenches, because the game starts with the 5 linemen and the 4 linemen. That's where the game starts. It starts and finishes. Everybody else get the ball according to formation and according to who's open. That's basically how it all boils down. So I'm not mad at how this draft went. We got 2 tackles. We turned around and got 2 defensive tackles, in which I felt like we needed defensive tackles, period. Now, I wanted to go with Villa, but we ended up getting PJ Hall and we ended up getting Mo. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like this. You don't know who and what comes out. There have been guys in this game. I'm going to always look at one player in my entirety that I've watched. Like I said, I've been watching football since the 70s growing up with my stepdad. And like I said, he was a Steelers fan. But there's always going to be one player in my mind that I'm going to always look at. And he was not drafted. He was an undrafted player who took his skills to another level and who was a defensive tackle. He wasn't a big guy either. But I'm going to always look at John Randall from the Minnesota Vikings, for those who don't know. And I'm going to look at him. And that's what I see between PJ and Mo. Because the whole thing is him and them two remind me of him so much. So to all those people who speculate on this year's draft, feeling a certain way about this year's draft, let these guys play out. This is a job to them. This is their job. They have to come out and they have to, show us. We can't go by with these NFL networks, ESPNs, Fox Sports. All these guys sit up here and tell us. We can't go by what they're saying. They're just giving us their opinion as well. Yeah, I understand they've been watching a lot of these people. I get it. But the fact of the matter of it is a draft is a draft. You're taking a shot on a person. You don't know how it's going to pan out. You just don't know. We don't know how it's going to pan out. We didn't know how Khalil Mack was going to pan out. We didn't know how Derek Carr was going to pan out. We didn't know how Gabe Jackson was going to pan out. We didn't know how those guys pan out. Look at 2017. Look at 2017 class. Name me one person right now in the 2017 class. Garyon Conley. He's getting ready to basically start this year. You know what I'm saying? We're banking on the fact that because he got hurt last year and he didn't play but 2 games? Obi Melifonwu. He didn't play 1 game? Maybe 2? You know what I'm saying? The point that I'm making is we don't know how these guys are going to turn out. And as a Raider fan, all I can do is sit back and just watch these guys play and see how they turn out. I love the Raiders. Hands down. Love the team, love the organization. People get on me over the years of the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I will take the good, the bad, and the ugly over any day than to keep watching my Raider family bah humbug because the picks that came out to be didn't look good to them. Because, who is this? Who is that? We don't know how Miller's going to turn out. We don't know how Etna's going to turn out. We don't know how PJ's going to turn out. We don't know. We don't know none of these things. The only thing that we're banking on is if the coaching staff does what it's supposed to do. Because in the end, when they're playing the games and they're out there running the routes or doing the schemes that they're supposed to be doing and everything turns out right, we're not going to go back to this draft and say, you remember we were talking bad about... No, nobody going to worry about that. Nobody's going to even think about that. Because you're going to be thinking that hopefully this coaching staff that we have, which I believe is the best coaching staff we've had in some time, y'all got to agree with me, a lot of these guys who were on here were picked by a lot of the coaches and majority of the scouting, but mainly by our guy, John Gruden. So the point that I'm just making, and the point that I'm saying to y'all, not disagreeing with anybody on how they feel about the picks, it's just that we don't know how the picks are going to turn out. So we can't be going on with the media and the hoopla. Let's just see how it turns out. You know, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all big time. So, you know, I'm just going to say like and subscribe as always. I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but the season is coming up and you will get more of my videos. So right now, I just will say this. The latest news right now, Donald Penn under investigation for domestic violence. So that makes that Miller pick maybe a little more, because you don't know how that may turn out. We don't know how that may turn out. So we'll just got to wait and just see. But to everybody, peace out. I love you. Love you.